Hey love, it's Renee. We're going to do your spirit guide reading. Feeling a few different oracle decks here today, so I've got a few things going. But so signs, lots of signs, not really sure what they mean. The talking about signs, talking about deer running out, and then seeing a few. My dogs look really cute right now. Do you want to see them? Oh my god. I wonder if I get this. I'm living out of suitcases, so don't mind the mess right now because we're at in-laws. Whoa. Not the in-laws until... You see my dogs? They're just cuddled up on the bed. Now they're looking at me. I don't know if you can see them. Anyways, sorry. So talking about the deer running out in front of the vehicle and then actually seeing it like a moment later, that to me feels less about the specific animal of the deer and more of ask and you will receive. I feel like your manifestation levels are probably pretty high right now. A lot of spirits, a lot of guides in your corner right now working for you. Forward movements. And of course, there's a lot of things going on in different areas. So that's can be a little frustrating when we're getting signs and not really knowing what they are pointing to. I was seeing raccoons everywhere for like a month and a half, and then I got on a plane and the plane had a giant raccoon painted down the side, and I'm scared to death of flying. And that was, you know, the universe was preparing me for a month and a half out of nowhere, showing me raccoons everywhere. To prepare me for that flight, to let me know they had me and it was going to be okay. And it's funny, I don't even think we had our plane tickets yet when I started seeing the raccoons everywhere. So it's amazing. Sometimes the signs, I feel, will come for a while before we understand what they mean. I was seeing 9s everywhere right before my grandmother passed, and you know, that was preparing me for the end of something. And while I was looking all around going, I don't want anything that I'm doing to end right now. Everything I've got going on is pretty awesome, and I'm kind of getting my life in order and everything, and so it was pointing towards something else entirely. So but those signs were coming ahead, and they were something that were not understood at the time I was seeing them. But then as soon as the events happened, well, not as soon, but, you know, shortly after the events happened, with clarity, was able to see why they had, you know, the signs have been coming, was for the universe to let you know it's got your back. And I'll bet more than anything that is what the universe is doing with you right now, is letting you know it's got your back. It's preparing you for whatever's ahead. I've had, you know, the same 2 sets of repeating numbers. This chair, sorry. I think it's my brother-in-law's old hunting chair, so it's like squishy. So the oops. The fox and the owl. I love those animals. Oh, and there's the phoenix right there. Actually, was that on the bottom when those fell out? Those might have been. I think I'm going to take that as a sign to pull that phoenix card, since you're having that phoenix stuff. So, shoot. I just looked up and I saw 4444. I had completely forgotten what I was talking about, and it was the repeating numbers. and I looked up and I saw the repeating numbers on those exact numbers on my phone, so on the camera. That's great. So yeah, sometimes those are just coming in preparation for so long before being able to know what they're for. Also, I noticed that sometimes, the specific, all the animals have different meanings and different cultures and different traditions, but then there's also what the animals mean to you. If there's something you're scared of, perhaps breaking through a fear, or if it's something that you love, then, running towards that, having that feeling of love all around you. Oh, speaking of love, I've got 2 of Cups trying to pop out at us. So, I'm going to... I think I'm just feeling these 4 decks here. And we're just going to see what comes up today, because, you've got stuff kind of coming from all directions right now, and stuff coming from all kinds of directions and a lot of different signs. So we're just going to see what comes up. Before going into the reading, before I start pulling cards, I do feel Spirit is just trying to communicate and tell you that that you're supported and guided, loved by angels and fairies and your spirit guides. It's just the universe is all around. I feel very strongly about that. So we have Ceridian's Cauldron, Bell, and Book of Shadows. Don't like these reversed. Self-portrait, the Horse, Mental Agriculture. I'm going to keep this separate here. Ace of Cups, excuse me, Queen of Cups, the Devil, the Elephant, Unicorn, Eagle. Oh, and look, we've got Horse down here as well. So flip over Shadows, the Moon. Oh, I love it when the Moon is the shadow card. Oh my gosh. Deep Roots and Unicorn. We've got some repeats today. Some signs here. So let's start here. We're gonna start with I've never been able to pronounce that word. I don't know why. I'll have to look that up later. Ceridian's Cauldron. You've been standing over your cauldron for a while now, stirring up new ideas. It's time to take the cauldron off the fire and put those ideas to good use. Remember, stirring for too long over a high heat will evaporate the contents and all will be lost. Incantation for this card. A pinch of this, a pinch of that, all mixed and blended in the vat. No need to get caught in the undertow. Ideas are in place and ready to go. That to me is a lot like the Ace of Cups. We've got this card, the cup is just overflowing in the Ace of Cups, overflowing with ideas, love, emotions, support. Feels like there's just a reach out and take the support that the universe is offering you. Self-portrait. The painting symbolizes the mirror of the soul conscious. Here we go. Consciousness and how we relate to that which surrounds us. It's about simultaneously looking inside of ourselves and taking in our externalities in order to achieve balance and oneness with the universe. Even though we exist in a material world, we are capable of reaching beyond and realizing our highest and most divine ideals, and by doing so, freely transitioning between physical, ethereal, and visionary realms. as I was reading that for you, I got a very strong sense of um, now the word won't come out of my mouth. Astral projection. Oh, that was weird. It was just like sitting there not wanting to come out, but just like be thought over and over again. So as I was reading that, I was getting a very strong sense of astral projection for you. In dreams, in meditation, I get a sense of you being above, looking down on yourself, looking down on your world and the situations that are going on. It feels like pulling away in order to look down at everything. There's just, because there is so much love and things happening in your life, there's just so much going on in your pot right now. Everything's happening. It is hard to see that when you're in the thick of it, pulling back, looking at the self from outside of oneself, from above. It feels like you'd have an easier time seeing that. It feels like I don't know, it feels like stepping away. I just keep getting astral projection. I don't know if you do that. I feel like you have. I feel like it's something that you're going to end up being really good and strong with. Puppy dreams. I don't know. But I feel like astral projection just keeps coming to me for seeing everything together. Looking at the signs from further away, seeing the big picture of it. And then finally, elephant. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. Self-knowledge. So that to me, again, is about trying to pull back. Yes, there is so much happening right now with you in your world, in all different areas of your world. It feels like there just has to be a way to seek new perspective by stepping back from it. And I get the astral projection, but there's other ways to do this, through journaling, through speaking or writing the things that are happening, and considering yourself a third person. Instead of saying I did this, I did that, say she did this, she did that, she felt like, and consider everyone a third person in the story, to see some of that clearer, seeing it from different perspectives, basically. The bell, the Queen of Cups, unicorn, and the horse. And what I find very fascinating, so I think I was trying to decide if I was okay. I'm just going to do them now. But the also we have the unicorn and horse on shadow cards here, which in other decks, which I thought is beautiful. And I was thinking about doing them together, but no, I think I'm still going to do them as I pull them, because that's how Spirit had me pull it, and I don't really feel anything from Spirit telling me to change right now. So, bell, beady bell. So before reading this, I know bells, vibrations, which I think is what this is about. Yes, raising vibrations and magic. A lot about changing your vibration right now. Both, let's do horse and unicorn first. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but I feel like if I see those first. The horse. In ancient times, old tribes lived at quite the distance from one another and had no way of connecting. One day, a horse showed up at a tribal camp, lay down before the chief. The chief mounted the horse and was taken to the neighboring tribe. The meaning behind this card is that you are meant to cross limits otherwise thought to be out of reach. The horse represents going past boundaries you would not normally cross. Cross those boundaries to find new passageways and reveal new thinking. Those boundaries, man, I feel like they are the boundaries of the astral worlds, and I feel like, I know the cards haven't said specifically astral projection, but that is what Spirit keeps giving me, is astral projection. The unicorn is third eye unicorn here, Spirit deck, is third eye energy, connecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male? Is it female? Did it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about higher self and the divine. It is the card of questioning, exploring, contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn and you have begun your quest for answers. Unicorn and the sixth chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of unicorn card resides at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Agna Chakra, or command center. I have a hard time with that, the real words for third eye and everything. The ancient yogis believed to be responsible for intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and present, while the third peers into the future. Hear a lot, again, about third eye energy, about awakening your spirit, about pouring out the abilities that are hiding within, pouring out a lot of that intuitive state. The Queen of Cups is a very intuitive queen. She's very, emotionally secure, well-rounded. She's also got, very visual here. The water is the emotion, and it's pouring out so much. Just like in our Ace of Cups, just within the cauldron. A lot from within you is feeling trapped right now. I get a lot of, a lot of like third eye symbolism throughout the reading here, because the elephant has its third eye up. The queen is very intuitive. The unicorn, obviously. We have all this going from the horse to man, connecting. This horse has third eye action, so there's a lot going on here. It feels like with your third eye. I feel as though you're so I don't know your tradition, your belief system. Like, I know we have a lot of open beliefs in common. I know you're very open in your spiritual beliefs, but depending on tradition, sometimes we see different people believe in different phases of spiritual awakening, and that's a lot of the times what I feel like we have. I've definitely not gone through all the phases of spiritual awakening. I consider myself very much still in those beginning first. I feel like I went through the first couple really painful ones, and I'm still more in the very beginning of a spiritual awakening. There's just like so much room to grow in it, and I feel like you're on the cusp of something really big. I keep feeling like the energy just flowing in, flowing out, the universe, like the river of the universe, all the energies of everyone around us. And it's like it's flowing through you, flowing around you. I feel like you're getting messages at times that are for other people, and you just haven't perhaps recognized it yet, or haven't felt confident enough to pass on those messages when you feel like you're receiving them from spirit. But I feel a lot where there's gift inside of you that your psychic abilities will one day become very much part of your lifestyle and part of your connection with other people. Whether you decide to go a route like this that I'm on right now, or if you just decide you're going to hear when messages come in from spirit and then contact people. I don't know what you will choose to do, but I feel like that's going to be a big part of your life, and I feel like spirit has been just kind of gearing you up, getting you ready for it. I feel like that's why you're getting so many signs, and so much is because I feel like there's this big, like, it's like almost I can see like a door. It's like a big thick wooden door, very old, so separate slots, and like a big lock hole on it, and like a skeleton key in there, and it feels like the skeleton key is in there and it's turned like almost all the way, and once it clicks over, the door is just going to open, and it may be very overwhelming when the door opens. I feel like I'm getting like a lot of rooting, a lot of working on root chakra, especially making sure it's really strong, a lot of preparing yourself with like protection, like just like learning to do like that, like the crystal egg protection, where you imagine your body in a crystal egg, or different ways to just psychically protect yourself and psychically quiet things down, because I feel like things are going to be getting, I feel like you have so many signs coming to you because things are going to be getting a little crazy. So the bell sound is vibration, and vibrations are important, especially in magic. To help achieve the right vibrations, the right mood or frequency, it helps to actually ring a bell. It is rung to halt storms or evoke good energies. Placed in cupboards or hung on the door, they guard the home. So guarding also, like the bell, I didn't think about that, but bell, perhaps even little bells in a bracelet that you can yank out of your purse real quick and put on if you feel like a little too connected. That's why we have a lot of healers and grounded people that wear like bangles and chains and everything. I mean, I don't know if that's why all of them do, but a lot of that is that sound, that raising vibration and protection. Bells are also used as a warning and device to draw our attention. Don't ignore its symbolism at this time. Think of this bell as an alarm. You are being alerted to a situation that needs your attention. I hear the warning and will comply before it doesn't testify. I do this with lightning speed. I most certainly will succeed. So again, that is about, I feel like your third eye is open, but I feel like it's just going to like burst open pretty soon, if that makes sense. A lot of this cleansing, healing energy here with Ace of Cups and Queen of Cups, and then of course horse and unicorn, stepping outside too. So a lot more things are going to be expanding soon, and it's going to be just very helpful to be prepared with cleansing and grounding and protection for yourself. And it's not that protection from bad things, it's just protection from, we can all get psychically worn down really quick by absorbing everyone's energy, and there's times where, you know, you could close your eyes and just see faces and faces and faces and words and thoughts and things and coming and going, and it's just everything flowing through you. It can get rather overwhelming unless you are extremely ready to ground yourself and to clean your energy. So the eagle, and again, I just feel like you are getting so many signs right now because it's just like preparation for something, and it could be like many different somethings are coming. It feels like many, you know, because there's many different areas in your life that are changing. So a lot of that going on, but then also preparation for that big connection to the universe. So the eagle, all-pervading power, true seeker, and transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll be soon thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. Yep. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hang on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. So a lot is coming for you. A lot of good, strong spiritual growth, but it's just be ready for it. Mental agriculture. Go back to basic instincts. Let me see here. Think about knowledge as a pyramid, the people and the power at the top disseminating information down through the minds of people they wish to control. We have been taught to rely on calculated mind based on top-down information. This is about exploring the huge body of knowledge that we have from using our own senses to collect and receive knowledge from the earth and from the universe. In order to maximize our experience, we must become the gardeners of our own thoughts. We have to till and care for the figurative environments to grow healthy and bountiful minds. Healthy thoughts support healthy beings. You are in control. So a lot here about control, light, growing, nurturing, power. And I'm looking at the devil card here with that power, and it's, you know, we think of the news, we think of other people telling us information. It's just things are constantly coming in. It's like this modern third eye being shoved open, and I feel like closing that modern third eye, that technology third eye, sometimes it's what helps you grow quicker and stronger spiritually, psychically. We have you know, the devil card is about temptation, and a lot here about, you know, being tempted to take the easy way out and just let other people tell you, maybe not necessarily what to think, but tell you what's going on in the world. And then we have Book of Shadows. When the book appears in a reading, it is telling you you're not paying attention to detail. Right? I feel like you are. Write things down, create new spells, thoughts, and ideas. Fill your grimoire with your recipes for life. Be precise in your words, but don't share all the information you put in there. Not every aspect of your life should be an open book. Well, you know, that goes back to social media and sharing everything through technology and making information too available for everyone. Not everyone needs everything. Incantation for this card. New thoughts and creations will not be ignored. They will come to mind and then they'll be stored in this magical book that I keep by my side, and then by its wisdom I will always abide. Alright, I want to look at our jumpers, and then we'll look at the shadows. So our jumpers in this reading were, well, Phoenix was our shadow from our jumpers of Fox and Owl, and then Two of Cups. I'm kind of getting already a sense of Fox and Owl representing you and your relationship. The Two of Cups is that strong connection, obviously. And I'm feeling one of you represented by owl and one by fox. Fox, strong partner or mate. Fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long terms, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. And then owl. The owl is mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. I want to say that you are the owl in this relationship. The white owl in particular of this deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon and how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that wellspring of treasures is infinite. So, trusting and secure are some of the key words for this card. I feel like that is a good connection to this relationship that you're in right now. I feel like it's also really good for you spiritually. I don't know if he's spiritual, but it feels like you have more ability to seek your spiritual side in this relationship than you have in probably past relationships. Feels more ability to be just completely yourself, accept your true calling. And again, owl speaks to psychic growth coming. So the phoenix actually is connected to your root chakra, which is kind of cool because we were feeling the root chakra earlier for sure. The phoenix represents transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running away from it, denying it, or burning bridges. The phoenix employs advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we might have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and a light and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up and up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign that the fire transformation is upon your wings. The ancient yogis believe that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra, our root chakra. The ascent of the phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ash towards the navel center. Again and again, it must make its journey from first to third chakra, purifying our essence, freeing us from the past. So, there is a belief in Hinduism and man, I hope I'm right. I'm pretty sure it's Hinduism. The phoenix, or there is the snake, which name I can't think of right now. It'll come to me as soon as I upload this, I'm sure. That at the beginning of an awakening, the snake, it can kind of unravel slowly if we stay in control, which I feel like is what you're doing right now. Your phoenix is awakening and going to be moving up through your body and awakening a lot of psychic gifts, and that's why you're seeing all of these signs. Or it can snap forward like really fast if we open it before we are prepared for it enough, and that can cause cause, people have spiritual awakenings. Sometimes they talk about like getting sick or getting scared, stressed out, anxiety, panic attacks, rashes, all kinds of weird things. A lot of times that can happen when we have a spiritual awakening happen really fast. So I feel, like you're definitely, it's not like you're sleeping, but there is just something, it's a very big burst, I feel like, that's getting ready to come through you of spiritual growth. And hi, Shadow. My dog Shadow is just staring at me like like, yes, mommy, really? And now here's Raven. So there's a lot of growth that is definitely coming your way. Definitely like an explosion. And then we go to, okay, so these are shadow cards. Yes, shadow. Shadow cards. Hold on, I'm sorry. Girls, come here. Over here. Mommy's almost done, I promise. So these are the shadow cards. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, hon. They're getting really excited all of a sudden. Let me open the door. You guys done with your nap? They're having a rough time on vacation too. So the horse represent, shadow. So these are, are basically our parts that are waiting to unfold from ourselves, things that we've hidden from ourselves. Very interesting to see the moon card here. I love getting the moon card as a shadow card. Favorite. My dogs talk. Hi. Raven, I'll come let you out in a few minutes, okay? So the moon card is a lot about things being hidden within. We have symbolism here of the witch within the moon, of the panther within the lake as the cat looks down. So it's a lot of hidden within, waiting to come out, only being able to see a little bit of the path lit at a time, ready to completely unfold as the moon grows brighter and brighter. We do have full moon coming up in a few days. If you do full moon ritual, I suggest doing that this week, perhaps asking the guides for, doing meditation, asking for, oh, this is funny. Sorry. I just noticed underneath the shadow card was nature connection, and she's holding a fox, and she's got an owl on her head. And we just had a fox and owl. So a lot about, at the full moon, releasing things that are no longer serving us. So releasing some of the shadows that are over your shoulder, over your eyes, keeping you from understanding more of the signs as they're unfolding. I feel like most of the signs that are coming right now are promises of things to come and promises of taking care of you as things are unfolding, like you are not alone. So horse, momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. Horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with the momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom comes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, exercise, mental focus, meditation are the secret weapons behind horse's legacy. So you're being supported. You're being supported all the time. You're being supported. Deep roots. Again, root card. We often forget about the things we cannot see, like the roots that run deep underground to support a tree. This card reminds you to connect to roots and ancient energy. There are answers that lie within this connection. Every energy has a purpose. Although we cannot see it, we can feel it. Feel the energy to try and understand it. Underground, there exists a network of connections. Roots connect to other roots and lines of communication, spreading information in ways we can scarce imagine while looking at the surface, where nothing seems to be happening. The universe is working, forming connections and gaining nourishment, all to support us in our next stage of growth. We may not see it, but this hidden energy is waiting for us to call upon it and to use to build the world back in line with the laws of nature. That feels very direct. And unicorns energy here. Hope. That was, and I think I forgot to tell you, as I was going into meditation right before I started recording, I was hearing the word hope over and over again. I thought it was probably connected to a spirit guide. Maybe spirit guide's name is Hope. That's what it felt strongest like to me. But hope was coming in here. The unicorn as a symbol of hope and possibility. Use the unicorn to recapture the free spirit within yourself and avoid becoming jaded by the harsh realities of life. Tap into its power to create a feeling of freedom and relieve stress. The incantation is joy, freedom, and possibility. That is what I ask of thee, to avoid the negative in my life and free myself from useless strife. So I feel a lot of preparation here. I feel a lot where Spirit just wants you to know that it's here, because there's a lot that's going to be going on for you. It feels like I get 17 days. Perhaps it's 17 August, but I feel 17 days, so maybe 17 days from now, but for something major to happen. It doesn't feel negative, it doesn't necessarily feel positive, but it feels like a major part of your awakening to happen, a change within. I get a sense of something starting with a T as well. It's a long word. I keep wanting to think it's Tioga. I'm not sure. I don't even know where that is, but I hear that. But I feel like all the signs you're getting are in preparation for an amazing burst in your spiritual growth. Everything felt very spiritual today. I wasn't getting vibes on work or anything else. I was getting vibes in your current relationship, how you feel. It feels like you're more comfortable to be yourself in this relationship, more authentic you feel in this relationship. But I don't feel necessarily other major changes besides the divorce, the new relationship, and then the spiritual change is what I feel like the biggest thing is, and that feels like it's going to be massive. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I hope you have a really beautiful day. Okay, bye, hun.